Hey everybody, Amanda Russo here, your local real estate planner with Keller Williams Collective. And today I'm so happy to have my good friend Michael Fountain here with me. We are going to talk about what it looks like to live in Nulu and what prompted him to change for that new lifestyle. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Amanda,
How
thank you for
are ya?
having me. I'm good. Thank you
Good.
so much.
Good. I'm so glad to have you on today, and I'm so excited to talk to you because I love your story.
Yeah.
Um, as a real estate planner, a lot of the folks that I work with, I'm helping them with solving a problem or moving forward
Mhm.
from wherever they are now, whether they're empty nesters or maybe they are moving into retirement and trying to access equity in their home for travel or, hobbies or whatever that dream may be,
Mhm.
even often to the senior clients that need more support and some care, which we'll touch on a little bit later.
Absolutely, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I love your story. So I want you to share a little bit because you're an empty nester
I am.
and you were living in the Highlands.
Was, yes.
So in a gorgeous, gorgeous condo, by the way, which I was happy to help you sell that. So talk to me about that. What brought you to the Highlands, the life in the Highlands, and started that journey for you?
Well, I was married and raised my kids in Southern Indiana near Madison, and we always had a family realtor. We used the same one for decades, probably. My parents used her. I always used her. And after having that very significant life change, I made up my mind. I didn't want to mow grass. I didn't want to clean gutters. I didn't want to clean a pool. So I bought a townhouse, and then during COVID, somebody made me an offer, and I was like, "Wow, I'm moving to Louisville. I'm going to do that." A Southern Indiana boy coming across the river was a big deal, and
Yeah.
I found this condo in the Highlands, and it was my first introduction to condominium living, and most aspects I absolutely loved. And you're right, it's in the beautiful Bonnicastle neighborhood. Um, and spent about 4 years. I bragged on the fact I could park my car on the weekend and not see it again until Monday. And I traveled for work a lot. I drove a lot for work, and so I really enjoyed that. Um, Met you in
Yeah.
2022.
Was okay.
Yeah,
We became fast friends.
we absolutely did become friends. So
So what about you said you learned that you loved the condo lifestyle. What about the condo lifestyle really attracted you? What did you love about that?
I enjoyed the maintenance free that I was just, paying someone else,
Yeah.
the association, to contract out all of those things. I enjoyed that. I've debated on using the word communal, but with my neighbors, that we were all right there together, and we would have on the terrace, our building they affectionately called the castle,
Mhm.
and so it had a terrace, and we would gather out there and have a drink and sit and chat and things. And I responded very, very well to that,
Yeah.
and enjoyed every minute of it.
Having that socialization and sense of community, which you
Absolutely.
found in that
Yeah,
condo lifestyle.
I did.
How long did you live there?
4 years.
4 years. So what happened in the 4-year period that prompted you to say, "Okay, this I love the condo lifestyle. This is
Yeah.
amazing," but it for some reason no longer met your needs. So what happened there that condo no longer met your needs?
Well, I met this wonderful friend, Amanda Russo, who's also a realtor, and we would talk, and you would listen to me brainstorm about this possibility. I think I had been so used to single family
Mhm.
home living, and there were aspects about it that I missed. I missed that getting out in the yard and working a little bit, and um, doing some changes on the inside, where you weren't restricted because of a homeowners association type thing.
Mhm.
Um, so I started looking,
You did.
and it was a season for me and my partner.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
And what about the stairs?
third floor, walk up, no
You were
elevator.
dealing with the stairs a lot
Yeah,
too, which is a real thing. It's a real
absolutely.
thing that we think about.
Basement garage parking, so a flight to come up to the main entry,
Mhm.
and then 3 more flights,
Yeah.
and it kept you in shape, but
Oh,
you
I'm
would
sure.
strategically plan grocery shopping,
Mhm.
you know, um, and we would buy, a couple of days worth at a time because we're not hauling all of that. And so I thought, back to single family,
Uh-huh.
living in a nice subdivision. My issue was for the price point where I wanted to be, it was putting me in communities that was much more suburban living, and that's just not
Yeah.
where my brain was
You
at
said
that
'cause
time.
I was very surprised. So we looked at a couple single family homes
We
and
did.
and some beautiful ones that had great potential, and then you kind of derailed on me, which everybody does, and every
Oh, do they?
well, every agent's shaking their head going, yes.
Oh, okay.
Every
Good.
buyer derails on you at some point, I feel like, and goes off of left field from what they told you they wanted. But so we had been looking at single family, and then this condo in Nulu came up.
Well, I remember that morning vividly. I still was getting my MLS email prompts every day. And even though I was ready actually to land on a condo out in the Hurstbourne area, remember I had looked at it a few times, and that's kind of the direction I was going, not because it was a condo, but because of the space, and it was so beautiful and the amenities were great. But again, it was putting me in an area that's just was not, I wasn't completely comfortable with it. And I saw the condo in Nulu, and I called you. I said, Amanda, I want to see that. And your response to me was, Mike LaFountain, what are you doing? And I said, just please let me see it. And you got me into it that morning.
Yep.
I didn't even tell my partner that I was going to look at it.
No, we didn't tell him.
No. And I walked in and I picked up my phone as soon as I walked in, and I asked him how fast he could be downtown to see it, because I just knew when I saw it. And it had an elevator.
It does have an elevator, which is very important, and it's stunning. But I think that the thing I love, and I always tease you about this because it did take you a year to invite me over to come and see it. But what I love about this when we talk about this condo in Nulu is your face lights up. Like you get so excited, and I
I'm
can just
proud
tell
of
it. You should be, and it's
I'm proud
beautiful.
of it. Yeah.
So you've been there for a little over a year now. So tell me about life in Nulu. So how is this different from the Highlands? What's that experience like?
I can describe Nulu as the area in Louisville. It is the tourist landing spot. And if I didn't live in Louisville and I was here visiting, I would walk through the Nulu community. And for the individuals who maybe have not been to Nulu recently, I really encourage them to go. The restaurants, high-end restaurants, everyday restaurants, the clubs, the bars, the shops, the craft that is on display there. It's just truly amazing. And I would drive through and I would think, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be great to live in a spot like this? And I pinch myself every once in a while because I do.
Because you do.
I live right there and I can walk to it, and I do walk
Yeah.
to it and enjoy. We find little spots that we've not seen before.
Yeah.
We went into a store recently, just walked to it and went into a store that we knew of the store, but we hadn't been in their retail space. And they have a little speakeasy also inside the shop. You know, we didn't even know it was there.
What's some of your favorite spots to visit down
Gosh.
there?
7 Cocktail Bar is really nice, giving them a shout out. You know, so many people, like a lot of people will go to La Bodeguita de Mima, and just enjoy that spot. There's a new restaurant, a couple of them that have other locations in Louisville that have either recently opened up or getting ready to.
Yeah.
Cafe Lulu has a
Yes.
spot
They have
downtown.
a very cool spot down
Yes, and another speakeasy in the basement, and a
Uh-huh.
beautiful courtyard. What is that called? Clayton and Croom,
Yeah,
the leather.
Yes.
Yes,
And they
that's
start
where
here.
they have the little bar
Mhm.
inside as well, which is really neat. And then Magnolia, that has a spot out here in Middletown.
Oh, the House of Marigold.
Marigold, that's
House of Marigold,
exactly
yes.
it. I apologize. And they're opening a new
They're getting
space
ready to
downtown.
do- Yeah, that'll be super exciting for them. And I love some of the shops like Red Tree. It's super cool to visit when you're down there.
I saw your husband and kids there.
Yes, you did.
Christmas shopping last year.
I think it my birthday or Christmas. One of the two.
Yeah.
One of the two. Yeah. Very cool. So obviously the lifestyle there
Love it.
is fantastic. So if somebody's considering living down there, what is some tips or advice that you would say they would want to know before jumping into life in Nulu?
For me, some of the things that people will ask me that I will push back against a little bit, they're like, the crime and things like that. And I'm like, I have not had one issue, and I've been there about 14 months now. I haven't had one issue at all. I feel very safe. I do have underground parking. I feel very safe. We will walk to Nulu at night. We're just on downtown side of the freeway overpass near Slugger Field. So that is a challenge that people will ask me about, but it has not been an issue for us at all. Um, I also like the fact that they are connecting downtown to Nulu on the Main Street and Market Street corridors. So if you imagine Hotel Bourbon at Second and Market, connecting all the way down to the actual Nulu community is exciting to watch. And I know my property value is just going to tick up.
It's going to just shoot up. So what you were telling me before, in the building next to you, is it a distillery or something? Tell me again what that was.
So that's cool. So it's an old bank. And then for years, and I don't remember this about this particular building, but for years it was called the Bank Shot, and it was a pool hall, and they would sell pool playing equipment as well. And it's been vacant now for a long time. Whistle Pig Bourbon just opened last week, a tasting room there, and it's stunning inside. They took us in for a little private tour. It is absolutely amazing inside. Their hours are a little unique there. Like on the weekends, Fridays to Saturdays, they close at 6. But they've done their market research. They know what they're doing. But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Very
literally
cool.
just a parking lot separates us.
Awesome. That could get you in a lot of trouble. At least it's walkable, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I can't wait to come down there and check that out. Well, I'm so excited for you, and I love that you are loving this new lifestyle.
Thank you for helping me.
Oh,
with it.
I was honored to,
So much.
and I just love talking to you about it and seeing your face light up.